First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Darnell Savage.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago, and that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll fire this deep for... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 58 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll set up to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
Green Bay.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Darius Geis, the ball carrier. The tackle by Quan Alexander. It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
And a Packer 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
He was
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
A gain of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
21. 21. Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
4-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Coleman, the ball.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on second? And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there with with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Niners 14, Packers 7. Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just thinking what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Packers.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Niners 14, Packers 7.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
St. Brown.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
First and 10.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Below. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
The play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Garoppolo's pass.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A gain there of 21 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is Geis. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
And this is 3rd down.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
Good.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Here we go. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Max 22, Max 22.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Packers' 46-yard line.
2nd and 11.
Max 22, Max 22. 21. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go. 80. You better be ready. Don't be scared. Max 22.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Preston Smith drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On play action, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Geis. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Rodgers going to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
First down.
Here's Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Here we go. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. In your face. 21, 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
13.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Score Packers 21, 49ers 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back now here in Santa Clara.
49ers.
It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Mitch Wishnowsky.
I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Darius Geis, the
defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 37 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
15. 1st down, Packers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
It's 2nd down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
A toss right to Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Again, Geis. And look at this for the 2nd straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger there to make the grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
49ers,
Crosby with 21. The extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
On the stop.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
The 29-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now the second down throw on target. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Garoppolo to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds there. Away from likely getting this thing to overtime. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And this is 3rd down.
Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down, Green Bay.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff down to Geis. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Hey, 26. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense.
Take over
1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the pickup.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. 21.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, and this one slides to the right on Gay. He missed it, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Here's Mostert. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for San Francisco, they begin the new campaign with a